Hey guys, what's going on? It's Jugs, and this is some more Battlefield 3 content for you guys, because you guys fucking love it, so I love uploading it. It's plain and simple. If you guys want to see more, make sure to keep rating. That's how you let me know that you like the content and you want to see more of it, and I'll continue to deliver as long as I can get gameplays. And it just so happens that I did get a gameplay on this map. Now, my success on maps, it's all about how well I know the maps and how well I can, how well I know the flank routes, the shortcuts, the hiding spots, the popular areas of combat, essentially the hot zones, the objectives, how to get to them, what's the fastest way, what's the longest way. That's when I'm successful. And I finally learned this map. I've played this map to a point that I'm pretty confident in my performance anytime I play this map. For the most part, assuming that teams aren't too stacked one way or the other. But this game, it's more kind of defensive play that you guys see from me. Eventually down the line, I will get a little bit more rush happy as soon as I am a lot more comfortable with the maps and how people play, and when I figure out all the attachments and how people behave with it. But until I get a little bit more time with this game, I don't think I'm going to be rushing anybody down anytime soon. I'm going to be playing a lot more safe. I'm going to stay alive. I'm going to make sure that I can be a mobile spawn point for my teammates, yada 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 yada. You guys know the rap. But I wanted to kind of shed a little light. I felt like I touched on it a little bit. I had planned to talk about it in the previous commentary, but I didn't feel like I got to do it. So let me kind of mention what my key to success is, and I kind of mentioned it in the previous commentary by I touched on it by saying that you shouldn't seek the action, but it's a little bit more than that. It's more generally, the way that I'm successful in this game is when I get proper positioning. That's the most important thing for Battlefield, which is a very, very packed game. There's a lot of players, a lot of things going on at once. It's all about positioning and setting yourself up to be in a successful position to eliminate enemies, defend a point, capture a point, yada yada yada. That's when I'm successful in this game, not when my aim is the best, or not when I'm using so and so weapon. It's when I have the best positioning. And what I mean by that is because when there are a lot of players on a map, it's all it takes is for you to even if you do nothing and stand still, even if you don't seek out the action, if you have improper positioning and you keep yourself in an area that in the middle of the map, say on Donovan Peak, a little bit left of the rock that I like to abuse, if you put yourself in that position somewhere in the middle of that ridge there, even with cover, you're gonna get eliminated because people are rushing all around you getting to the objective, and whether or not they know you're there at the beginning, they will figure out that you're there eventually, and you're going to be in a very bad position to fight, to handle confrontations, because you're going to be taking fire from every side. You're not going to have backup, and depending on if you have cover or not, and that's when I'm successful. So one thing I can stress to you guys is to have proper positioning, to take on the enemy at a point where they haven't gone to you yet, but you're prepared to meet them as they run from one objective to the next. And that's exactly what I do throughout this entire gameplay. I'm kind of hanging around, sticking around places where I'm not exactly going to be, in the middle of an entire fucking war, but at the same time I can pick off one or two people and eventually thin out the crowd and then start, moving up and taking out more enemies from there. But big key aspect of Battlefield is flanking, and you never ever want to go, unless you're like an assault, healing your teammates or something like that, unless you're being a support or you're supplying ammo to your teammates. If you're an NG, you never ever want to go to the combat face to face, like if your teammates are on one side and the enemy's on the other, and there's sort of like a battle going on. You don't want to walk up to your teammates and then start trying to contest the enemy from there in a fair fight, because you're not going to win. They're going to have assault rifles, LMGs, etc., and you're going to have an SMG, which is going to perform very poorly at a distance. So that's my advice to you guys. Make sure that you kind of flank and just pick out enemies one by one. Make sure to take out vehicles, as you guys will see me do here. I do have an offensive gameplay on this map where I abuse the shit out of the truck. I think I go 15-4, 16-4, and we win the game. We play offense, we destroy every objective, and it's more SMG gameplay. Let me know if you guys are interested in that, but this is exactly where I want to be. I want to be in this area where I can choose different places to kind of poke my head out depending on where the enemy catches me from, and it's a place where they haven't gotten to me yet, but I can easily pick off anybody approaching my position. See here, like 1, 2, 3 people coming up, I can pick off the straggler and then either decide to confront this next guy, which I try to do, but unfortunately I don't have enough ammo, so then I just back off because I don't want to shoot my Glock and let him know exactly where I'm at. So that's, you know, I am using the silencer, which is really big for what I'm doing right here. Even though it's going to take me a little bit longer to kill my opponents, I'm in a very, very good position to be successful. And as long as I play to the strength of my weapon and I don't get too greedy, I'm gonna do very well on this map. And I did figure out, I did discover this red dot, which I actually prefer over the iron sights somewhat. It's a little more, it gives you more, you know, vision on your target, but at the same time it takes up more of your screen and takes up more of your peripheral vision, which I'm not too much of a fan of, but for what I need, you know, on this map, it's pretty useful, and I'm kind of debating on whether or not I should stick with the red dot. Somebody did mention that you get better hit detection depending on if you're using optics or not, so I don't know how well I trust that, but why not? I haven't noticed any difference really. But there I have a silencer. He probably doesn't. He's probably not using an SMG. It's a fair fight. I've taken some damage. I'm not going to stick around and, you know, let my success depend on the hit detection and my connection. I'm going to run away from that gunfight because you can in Battlefield. It takes a while to die in Battlefield, and I'm going to wait another day. And this guy gets away, but you will see that, you know, he doesn't expect me to pop up from here, but this is just map knowledge going to work and making sure that I'm safe before I poke my head out, which I am. And you really want to get these guys out of here because these guys can just, you know, get their teammates to spawn on you, and that's going to be a nightmare. So I finished this row off. I thought there was another one behind him, but I guess, you know, I can't really see. It's a little too, my vision's a little too murky, but there ended up being a guy, and I got that kill as well. And now I'm out of ammo, and this is the bad part. For what I'm doing here. Once you get out of ammo, you can either die, get yourself killed, suicide, or look for a support, or you can do what I'm about to do here. And the reason that this gameplay kind of stood out for me is because I tried something other than the 74U, not by choice, but because I had no other option. And I'm running around with my Glock, and man, I love when Rusher Badger starts putting on his black accent when he uses the Glock because he feels all ghetto or whatever the hell he makes the excuse for. But that shit makes me laugh. I was just thinking about that. But anyways, I see these sets of guns, and I thought I picked up the engineer kit, but I picked up this AEK, which is an assault weapon, which is very similar to, like, it's from what I remember of gun history, it's like similar to the AK made by the same people. But this gun wrecks house, man. I can't. The reload is quick. It's the fire rate is insane. The damage is pretty damn good for the fire rate. Look at the hip spread on this thing. It's pretty good. And it's like, I thought this was an SMG this entire time. I was like, okay, I'm an engineer. At certain points I'll like press 1, which is what I've binded my RPG to, and I'll keep mashing on 1 thinking that I'm getting my rocket, and I'm not, because I'm not a fucking look at that gun, it looks sexy, but I'm not an engineer, and I thought I was, because this gun just has an insane fire rate. It's very good up close, and I noticed this gun was really good at a distance too, and you'll see me use it, and I'm like, holy shit, this SMG is amazing. I need to unlock this thing ASAP, because this is the first time I've ever deviated from the 74U other than using the weapons that I've unlocked currently, and those I'm not really too much of a fan of, although I do try them. But this gun, I haven't unlocked it yet, and holy shit, I'm considering playing Assault now, just because this gun is so good. Because the AK, the AK-47, I'm pretty sure it is, or is it the 74 M or whatever for the Assault? I didn't really like it. I mean, it's pretty decent, but it feels really similar to the 74U. It doesn't feel very much, you know, very different. And so I didn't really find an excuse to use the Assault, because I don't like to stick with my teammates. I like to flank, and I like to take out tanks because nobody else fucking does, and I get a shitload of points for it, and it's really helpful. So that's the reason why I did that. But This gun is amazing. The iron sights are good. I can't say enough about this gun. Look at me just destroy this guy. But here, you know, I killed that guy. I figured I alerted everybody to my position. I might as well go nuts and maybe I you know, rush down because people are gonna see me. But look at this hipfire. Amazing. This shit is an SMG and an assault rifle. I mean, this is a beast of a gun. If you haven't used it, I strongly recommend using it. But I'm in a really good position right here because they keep looking for me. They keep trying to find me, but you know, I'm constantly popping my head in and out, moving my position so that even if I'm shooting an unsilenced weapon in one area, they're not going to find me in that same position, you know, when they come back or respawn, or when they come back to see, or when they try to back up their teammates. I'm going to be somewhere else ready to shoot whoever's coming around that corner, expecting me to be there. So yeah, this is a really good spot to be if you can get here and tactical like douchebags. This is when I realized, like, this is a fucking assault class, because I just got the defibrillators and I've never used the assault class ever outside of the beta. So this is when I'm kind of mindfucked here, and I'm like, holy shit, I need to use assault, even if it's just for this gun alone. I can't say enough about this gun. But look at this distance. That thing just wrecked that guy. I know this kind of turned out being a rant about how awesome this gun is, and I'm sorry, I apologize. I was blown away by how awesome this gun is, but that's really the whole point of this commentary. I wanted to give you guys this commentary. Thought it was exciting gameplay. Trying to give out daily uploads. Figured this was pretty damn good. So let me know if you guys enjoyed the video. As always, make sure to like, favorite if you thought it especially good, and to continue to support the video if you want to see daily content, which is what I'm trying to provide. So thanks for supporting my videos. Thanks for rating. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out, bros. This has been Jugs.